Hello and hello to everyone. Happy Sunday to you. So we're here for another video. Just in case you guys did not know, we're here for another video in case you didn't know. Okay, we have some things to talk about. Yes, we do. And these doggone YouTube scareets, okay? We're going to try to keep it a little classy, child, because YouTube is tripping, striking people and taking people's channels, and we don't got time to be on that list. So we're going to try to keep it cute and never mute, honey. We ain't going to never be mute over here, but we will try to keep it a little cute today. It is Sunday, okay? It is definitely Sunday. How you guys doing? How y'all doing? Or whatever. Thank y'all for joining the show. Hopefully you guys hit the like button as you entered. Okay. You guys may have seen me earlier on live earlier. Hold up. Y'all might have seen me on live earlier because y'all know I've been on my petty this morning, child. Y'all know that's just how I woke up. Child, if y'all follow me on Instagram, we's petty over there. If y'all follow me, of course, y'all follow me on YouTube because you're here on my channel now. But yeah, so I posted a few things and it was a little petty or whatever. So yes, and I am not sorry for posting those things because they needed to be posted. But give me 1 second because I got to bring up something else, child. Hold on. Damn, and I try to be. Give me 1 second. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Sunday because I sure am. Did I bring it up? Because I sure am, honey. We got some great topics for you guys. Let me put this other last one thing up. Y'all just talk amongst yourself. I'm here. Okay. I think today is the day that I get out of Instagram jail, child. Y'all know I've been an inmate for the past few days. Thanks to Instagram, because I told y'all how somebody came for me and I had to respond to their ass. And just because I did so, they're gonna tell me for 3 days, girl, I could not go live, which I don't go live anyway on Instagram. And I could not respond, honey, in the DMs. But I was just like, oh, okay. So if y'all send me messages, I already told you, if y'all send me messages in the DMs, I probably well, I haven't responded. So don't think I'm ignoring you. It's like I don't have a choice because Instagram decided to block me from doing so. So I think today is the day that they release it, child. So I will be resurrected, honey, and released from federal custody of Instagram once that happens. So that I could be out here being insubordinate once again, because y'all know I'm very insubordinate. All right. So, and that's probably never going to change. Instagram, if you guys are watching me, it's probably never going to change. So thank you guys for thinking that you stopped something, but you did not. Okay. So we will be back on our petty as soon as we are released from federal custody of Instagram. All right. But let's get into our show because we do have things to talk about. All right. As you guys know, Carlos King sat down with Marsau for a little sit down on his reality with the king. Let's go ahead and share the pictures. I'm going to have to do it this way because they be tripping when we share own clips. I do have the clip. I will play it from my phone versus on the screen. So you guys will hear the audio and I will show you guys the pictures as it's showing. Okay, we're going to have to do it that way because I don't want to have to edit this freaking video and go through all of that because YouTube want to be tripping about us sharing own stuff. Okay. So let's get into it. All right. Let's get into it. So as you guys can see on our screen, I'm sharing. This is Carlos and Marsau. Okay. That's Marsau sitting with him with that fake ass Amazon chain on, child. Lord. This is him, child, with these damn fake ass cheap ass shades on. Why is that a black? He got black on the Yo, so he got an Amazon chain on with a black little emblem hanging from it. Girl, you know that's fake. Child, sit down. This is Carlos laughing at his ass. So I just took a few screenshots, okay? So yeah. So as they're talking, we'll just look at screenshots. But let's go ahead and get into the clips so that you guys can hear what's going on here. So Marsau is asking him on this clip here if gay men actually go on trips, child, because y'all know they were talking about the girls trip over there to St. Thomas. And yeah, so they're going to be talking about some other things. So as they release more clips, I will be putting those up. Okay, so let's go ahead. Can everybody hear me? Let me go back to my main screen right quick. Can everybody hear me? Please put a 1. Please say, real, what you doing, IG? Child, every damn thing. Okay, they hating on me. All right, is this what they're doing? They're hating on Rail because Rail was just responding to somebody getting smart with me in the comments, and I just snapped off on their ass, and there I was, child, in federal custody. Okay, Instagram correctional institution over there, child, is where they had me locked up at. Okay, but I will be released today. All right, we will be free from our 3-day sentence over there. All right, thank y'all for the ones in the chat. All right, let's get into it. All right.
Yo! What up, though? Man, you're very snippy. You know, you had to bring it out. Okay. Talk in the bottle. Of course. I like my chocolate and other things.
Carlos,
that sounds like none of my business. That sounds like my business ended before that comment right there. At this point right now, Carlos, I know you don't drink, but let me slide. I don't drink. I do slurp. Carlos, what the hell? Can we get a pause? Can we just get a timeout at this point? Can we get a timeout? You got the worst in me. Well, I shouldn't do that. I gotta let my light shine as a Christian man. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm so happy that I get to do this with you. So tonight, we're gonna watch the mid-season finale to get ready for our mid-season premiere that's happening next week. Okay. So this is the girls' trip. Oh, wow. Fun. Yeah. You mind if I get a slight glass first? Pop the bubbly. Carlos, let me ask a question. I'm not trying to. Go ahead. Do you go on girls' trips? I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, no one ever asked me that question. I have never been on a girls' trip, no. Okay. I'm trying to ask this in a sensitive way. No, you can ask me anything. Okay. Do gays go on trips? Like gay trips? The gay boys, we do go on a boys' trip, yes. But that's kind of not fair, though. Why not? Because the girls' trip is like for the girls that are not sleeping with the girls. Well, on the gay boys' trip, we're not sleeping with each other.
Did y'all catch that, T?
Oh, okay. So it's like gay boy.
So y'all remember Tisha and them just went on that little trip to the DR. Y'all see that little shade thrown in there where they said the girls are not sleeping with the girls? What were you trying to say there, Marsau? What were y'all trying to say there now? Because y'all remember I showed y'all the pictures where they were kissy and all up on each other. They were hugged up on one another out there in the pool. We saw it. Don't make me pull them up now. Let's continue.
Friend trip. Like friends. Yes, we're friends. Friends trip. Yeah. Well, why don't you say friend trip? Why don't you make it a gay thing? You made it. You asked me. Goodness.
All right, so that's that clip. So let's get to the next clip, okay? Let's get to the next clip. So they about to be a little messy in this next clip, okay? So this one is where Marsau is recommending that Carlos get with a woman. Carlos says he's never... Child, shut up. I didn't ask you to talk.
Including how tariffs work.
So, Skip.
How do you feel about...
All right, so Carlos is saying in this next clip, he's never been with a woman ever. And Marsau is like, look, you need to get with a woman because you might like it. So he's trying to convince him to be with a woman. And they're also going to be throwing some shade at some of the people on the show. So we're going to play that too, okay? He's going to be talking about Shanita. He's going to throw some shade at Shanita. He's going to be, yeah, let's just listen, child. Let's just listen, okay? Let's listen.
Shanita calling your wife an op. I think Shanita's trying to make herself relevant.
Let's back it up.
The fact that we're talking about her. How do you feel about Shanita calling your wife an op? I think Shanita's trying to make herself relevant. And the fact that we're talking about her means good job. Team Shanita.
I know Shanita. We worked together at a restaurant called Milan. She was a waitress. I was a hostess. She's always been very talkative, very big personality. So I'm not surprised by any of this.
Are you single? You can mingle.
They was texting all night last night.
You know, you just get a little excited when you got somebody talking.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a new boo. Talk about the island boo. She's talking to the island boo? Yes.
Do you miss marriage?
Me? No.
Not at all.
That's why I don't have a desire to be married.
Okay.
Mel, how long did you and Martell date?
We dated 9 months. He proposed. Got married 7 months later.
How long did it take y'all to get married?
About a year.
How long did it take for you and Tisha to date before you got married?
We dated exclusively for about a month, and then we got married.
What? Wait. You and Tisha dated exclusively for 1 month.
Yeah, it don't take you that long to figure it out.
It doesn't?
It don't take you that long.
All right, so give me advice.
Life is too short to not be in love.
What should I be looking for?
Carlos, newly single.
Yes.
Have you tried women?
I've never been with a woman before.
They're all right.
Are you for real?
Have you tried this one? She's
It's like a bad job.
Have you tried this one?
So wait, so you think the missing piece of my life is maybe I should start dating women? Just to see how it is.
I think that if you date women and you see how it is, Carlos, I think you might dislike it. I think you might get delivered. Just try it once. Just like, ooh, no. Yeah.
I'm gonna try one time.
Are you?
You would be the first person I call the moment I do.
Listen, and it's gonna be like, remember Boys in the Hood when Furious Styles was cutting Trey's hair?
Yes.
And it was like, yes.
Yeah.
So what y'all think about it? So Marsau comes for Shanita, and he says that she pretty much was clout chasing, that she was pretty much irrelevant on the show. And he says kudos to you, Carlos, for continuously making her irrelevant. So he does not see it for Shanita, because Shanita called Tisha out. I wish she should have, because she was being a fake friend. But so then he goes on to say that he dated Tisha only 1 month. Did y'all catch what he threw in that exclusively? Now, mind you, they were dating way before he married her, okay? Way before because Tisha was almost 5 months pregnant whenever she and Marsau got married. Did y'all know that? Tisha was almost 5 months pregnant. She had a big old belly sticking out there at her wedding, honey, on her wedding pictures when she and Marsau got married. So it's so weird to me how, and Tisha talked about when they first got together, how it was really hard with her and Marsau in their relationship, because Marsau was still out in those streets, as he still is. But Marsau was still chasing women, especially when Tisha was pregnant, okay? And I feel like he only married her to make an honest woman out of her because she was pregnant. And I do feel like, and I know her mama gonna get mad, I'm gonna say it again, I do feel like Wanda had a lot of say so in terms of her putting the pressure on Marsau to marry Tisha, because she didn't want her to be this unwed mother out here with a child, taking care of this child by herself. But yeah, so it's weird how they dated, and how Tisha had goals and ambitions to go to Texas and go to college. And she also talked about going to California, but Marsau derailed her plans and made her stay in Huntsville and knocked her up. And then he wound up marrying her 5 months into the pregnancy. So I don't think that was a real fix. And I don't really think they were really going to get married, because he said they dated exclusively 1 month. Exclusively 1 month. So that means before that, because they were together before they actually exclusively dated, they were together. He was just with other people. So he gave her 1 exclusive month before he said, I do. That's some shit. Oh my God. What y'all think about that? He gave her 1 exclusive month. I said, I see why their relationship is the way that it is. I see why their relationship is the way that it is. Okay. All right, so let's continue to, and that's Destiny Child in the damn clip too, talking about some she knew Shanita when Shanita already went live to say she did not know that child. They did not work together, so I don't know where Destiny got that from, because Destiny always likes to say she know people that she does not. But Carlos was being messy when he brought up the island boo trying to call Mel out, okay? Because Mel was being flirtatious, and she's a single woman. She can flirt with whoever the hell she wants to flirt with. But the fact that you guys brought that up trying to be messy, Carlos, we see you. All right. we see you and then try to ask Marsau, can he hook you up with an island boo? You can't even keep up with the boo that you had while you out here bragging about this damn African dude that your ass was with when he broke up with you. All right. So yeah, maybe you want to sit quiet for a little while, Carlos, instead of jumping back into something, because your messy ass, you got too much going on. You need to figure out what's going on with Messy Mondays, because that shit might be getting canceled ever since Heavenly done said she ain't coming back up over there, because she claims that the millimeters is on her ass over there up and calling her dental office, which we know that those are lies. Okay. All right. But let's continue, because we got other things to talk about. Yeah. So what y'all think about that exclusively miss? That's a hot damn miss, child. Tisha, girl, you got, okay? Tisha, you got by Marsau, okay? That is not enough time. And now you see you done jumped into that situation with him with both feet, and now you stuck like Chuck, sis, okay? Yes, honey, that's the 1 month, child. Now, don't get me wrong. It's people who get together for 1 month and then they wind up still being together for 30, 40 years, child. And I feel like Tisha and Marsau, they still together because they can't break up because they got too much damn debt between the two of them. So you might as well damn stay together. All right. All right, but let's continue, child. Let's continue, because I got some clips. All right, so I found this clip, which I thought, since it's Sunday, child, is so appropriate. Let's look at this clip that I found, child, with this pastor in the church, where these two preachers, child, is going off in the church in front of the people, the parishioners, child, okay? One is cussing the other out. I said, oh, y'all are doing too much in the church house. See, this is why I keep having to move my membership, because y'all don't know how to act in church. Okay, let's let this load up, child. Let's let this load up. All right, hold up. Hold up. Thing here, child. There we go. All right, let's turn that down. All right, so let's get into it, child. Let's get into it. These pastors is acting a fool in church, child.
And don't worry about it. What I said was this. When you have a service, we want to make sure we start on time. One, that we don't have to rush the man or woman of God. Okay, so let me finish talking in my house. I don't give a damn about your house. God bless you, sir. That's not how you order. Like I said, that's not protocol. God bless you, trust and believe me, I know it. God bless you, sir. There are souls that are still here trying to be free. And I didn't say that she didn't have to stop. I don't give a damn about no damn time limit. God bless you, sir. Who are you to tell God he can't do what he got to do? God bless you, sir. We thank you for coming. When you leave out, please watch out for the step. God bless you. And don't worry about it. What I said was this.
He done up and told him off, child, and walked up out of there. Now I got another clip, honey, from another pastor, child. He got the preaching real good up in the church house and got the cussing in there, child. I said, what kind of church folks is these, child? What kind of church folk is these? Thank God, honey, I'm a member over here at Bedside Baptist, where I ain't got to deal with that, okay? Well, child, let's get into this good old clip. Then we're going to move on, honey. All right.
You need to quit talking about other folk and start practicing getting your shit, getting your stuff together. Y'all need to quit talking about other folk and start practicing getting your shit, getting your stuff together. Y'all need to quit talking about other folk and start practicing getting your shit, getting your stuff together.
Child. Not the church music after he cussed, okay? Not the church music after they cuss. No, sir. Sit down, okay? You doing too much, pastor, okay? All right, so let's continue, child. Let's continue. All right, so I did my due diligence, child, to pull up some good old reunion looks, child. Because some of the reunion looks y'all ain't get to see. Some of y'all did get to see. So we're going to pull them up, child, so y'all can see these reunion looks, child. So y'all can get a nice little laugh and a gag, honey. Like I did. All right. I'm feeling a little petty today. Let's talk about it, child. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, you guys already saw this one with Sunny, honey. This is a nice little reunion little tease right here, girl. So shout out to Sunny, cute hair, makeup is flawless. She is giving, okay? So shout out to her. That's a good look. Okay, let's move on. This is Marsau, honey. This is his look, child, for the reunion. All right. Got the little double-breasted, vest right there with the stripes on the, pants and the. Okay, he trying to say he looked like Obama. You did not. Okay. So that's him, child. That's Marsau's reunion look, in case y'all didn't see it, child. All right, so that's Trish reunion look, okay? That's his reunion look right here. All right, that's his reunion look, all right? That's Trish, okay? That's Trish, a.k.a. Trenton. That's his reunion look, okay? Let's zoom in on these shoes with these big-ass man feet, child. Lord, no, honey. No, honey, no. It's giving ghetto majorette here, girl, okay? No. All right, and then of course this is a tight shirt man here. That's his look, child. He want everybody to see. He got on his Amazon chain. All right, and then here is Trisha sitting at the reunion, girl, where she is sitting real muscular and unpretty at the reunion, girl. That's her, child. Where they said the flapjacks was out. And that's Ken, child, where he can't put his arms down. We already showed y'all. And this is the other picture of Trish at the reunion, girl, where she thought she was serving the girls, but she was not, girl. Yeah, that's Trish right there, girl, at the reunion, child, with her white on, where she's representing with her white on, honey, with her arms out, child, thinking she is sexy in here, Lord. She thought she was clearing the girls, girl, but she was not, honey. Trish, thank you, girl, for this new reunion look that you released to the peoples out here, girl. So we can congratulate you for out here giving chest and arms and hands and face and wig, girl. Thank you, honey, for the lace front of the fronts. And thank you for having your bike out and your arms and your shoulders all muscular and whatnot. And your pants real tight and all that, sitting there in your reunion look. We just want to thank you for that, Trish, okay? This is the petty part of the show, if you guys did not know, okay? This indeed is the petty part of the show, in case you did not know, okay? Thank you, Trish, for sharing this picture with us, girl, for your reunion look, girl. You was not clearing the girls at the reunion, but we want to thank you anyway, girl, for sharing this picture, girl, at the reunion, girl, okay? I can't wait to see it, Lord. I cannot wait to see a reunion, girl. I can't wait to see you walk out in this white get up, honey, and these nice little curls that you gave us, Lord. Woo! See, when people be coming for you, Trish, I'm sorry you had to catch a stray because of Ken, okay? I'm sorry you had to catch a stray because of Ken, but thank you for this reunion look, girl, because we did not know that you could clean up this good. I didn't know that you could clean up like this, okay? I didn't know, girl. I did not know, but thank you, girl. All right, let's get you off my screen because we ain't got no more for you, girl. All right, let's move on, honey. That made me feel so good deep down inside, Lord, okay? Now, for those of you that also follow me, while we still in the petty part of the show, child. All right, let's see. Hold up. Simon, child. Simon just released a new picture where he is out here looking like rapper Lil Scrappy, honey. I said, oh, hold up. For those of you that follow me, you probably saw it, but I'm going to share it for the ones of you that didn't, honey. Simon, child, ever since Portia done left him, he said he is out here looking like Lil Scrappy, child, okay? Woo, child. Simon, the one I ain't got an edge up and all that, child. Let me find out. He is out here giving Little Scrappy out here in these scarrettes, girl. Look at him. Simon is out here looking like Little Scrappy, ain't he? This is a new picture he just released, y'all. He done started growing his hair back in. He's trying to have like a new look ever since Portia done left him, child. He is trying to look like Little Scrappy. So shout out to Simon Goose Scrappy, honey, for out here changing your look. And thank you, Simon, okay? We're not feeling this. Even though we're not feeling this look, we want to thank you for trying, okay? You did try. Just thank you for trying, even though we're not feeling this look, okay? So that's all we got for you. Let's get you all. That's all we got for you, okay? We just had to get you all them updates, honey. Let's make sure we got it. We ain't got no more petty pictures that's tucked away out here, okay? Ooh, child. All right. So let's get on into the show. All right. Let's get on into the show. That's the petty part of my show, honey. I had to get that out of the way. Because, Lord, I've been sitting on that. I feel better now since I got that off my chest. Ooh, Trish, thank you, girl, for that reunion picture, too. Because that was not given. All right, moving on, child. Now, let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville's couples, child, that were trapped, honey. They've been trapped. All right. Y'all know what it means when you trap somebody. Y'all know what it means when you trap someone. When you get into a relationship and you trap someone. I keep saying I feel like Marsau trapped Tisha. I felt like Kimmy got trapped by Maurice in their relationship. I feel like Melody was trapped by Martell. I feel like LeBerick was trapped by Destiny. I feel like Trish and Ken had a little trapping situation because Ken was staying with a whole nother woman, and he went over there and moved on in with her. I feel like there was some trapping going on, emotional trapping with Chris and Nell. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. I did my little notes, honey. We're gonna get into it. All right. I'm gonna also play you guys a clip once we get to Nell Fletcher and Chris to corroborate this trapperization. All right. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so Tisha, let's get into Tisha and Marsau. I do have some pictures. Let's get into these. Let me pull my pictures up so we can look together, honey, because I did do my little pictures, child. All right. All right, so Tisha and Marsau, they're first. All right, so let's share. See, y'all can look with me. We're going to do like a little photo op, and then we're going to talk about our Love and Marriage Huntsville couples. All right. Tisha, you were trapped indeed, baby. As we just heard Marsau say, he dated Tisha exclusively for 1 month, and then he went ahead and married her. Well, he didn't really have a choice because Tisha was indeed pregnant. By the time they got married, like I said, Tisha was almost 5 months, if not 5 months pregnant. Okay. I could not find the damn picture. I know I have it. I did not dig far enough back, but I do have their wedding picture where he had like a chocolate cake and she had like another type of cake. But Tisha's stomach was like way out there. She looked all of 5 months pregnant when she married Marsau. Okay, but I do feel like he did trap her after that 1 month of dating exclusively because she was pregnant. Okay, Tisha did have goals and aspirations, like I said, to go to Texas, to pursue a college education there and to make something of her life. But now she is stuck in a loveless marriage to a dictator, okay, which would be Marsau. He dictates to her versus talk to her as a husband should talk to his wife. Okay, let's go look at some pictures right quick. This is Tisha and her cousin. Okay, her cousin. All right, y'all know who that is. They look just alike. Okay, y'all know exactly who that is, honey. She said her cousin, her sister. They look just alike. My God, they could be sisters. Okay, rest in peace to her, Lord. She is so missed. Rest in peace to you, honey. Okay, so that is her. That is her and Kiki. Okay, that's Tisha and Kiki. Kiki was at her wedding. All right. This is Tisha's wedding. She's covering up her butt, her belly. As you guys can see, a little belly sticking out there with her little flower child. But that's Kiki and the rest of her people child at the wedding. All right. That's Tisha at her wedding, child. That's the two of them together there, child. All right, so we ain't ready for y'all yet. But as you guys can see, I do feel like there was some trapperization there. Tisha had like credit and stuff like that going on. Marsau was just a regular schmeggler guy that was just working a dead-end job down there at the movie theater. He had shit going on. As y'all know, Marsau went to college like 4 times because he kept going and dropping out. He finally got an administrative a business administration degree, and now he's running around out here saying that he is a full-fledged contractor. Okay, he's saying he's a contractor with an administrative or business administrative degree. Okay, it took him years and years to do it because he kept going and dropping out. But Tisha was the one who was more level-headed, going to college with she was focused on her life and her dreams and aspirations, but those got snatched when she ran into Marsau. All right. So 18 years in, she's not done any goals and or aspirations that she set out to do. She is now a stay-at-home mom after now bragging about having 2 masters and a bachelor's. She's not doing anything with her life currently besides sitting at home and getting credit in her name and getting loans in her name, which is putting her further in debt, which then is a permanent attachment to someone who she was only exclusively dating 1 month before she married. Okay. Let's move on. Kimmy and Maurice. Maurice, of course, I feel trapped Kimmy because she was, of course, an established nurse with her own house, and she was financially set. She was a single mother. She was living her best life. She was doing her thing. The only problem was she did not have an exclusive relationship. She did not have a man. When she met Maurice, he was in limbo with his ex-wife, Kiowa. Okay, and Kimmy is said to have known Kiowa because Kiowa used to do sex parties like with the toys, and Kimmy happened to be there at one of those toy parties, and she knew who Kiowa was. So upon her being in the DMs and having conversations with Maurice, they struck up a conversation at which that turned into a relationship, at which then they began dating, at which then his marriage to Kiowa went away. They got divorced, and Kimmy then became the main chick. As Kiowa, if you guys saw her on Love and Marriage Huntsville on several episodes, she still had some vitriol for Kimmy because she did not step back and allow her to fix her marriage, whom she has a child with Maurice. She would not step back. Kimmy would not step back and allow Kiowa to fix her marriage with Maurice. And I've already said I felt like Maurice was playing the fuck out of both of them because he was telling Kimmy one thing, he was telling Kiowa another. Kiowa was hanging on to Maurice's every word, but Maurice did not have anything when he met Kimmy. Maurice was sleeping on a couch of a friend at a friend's house. He didn't have no credit. He had about a credit score of 150. Okay. He didn't have shit when he met Kimmy. Kimmy had everything. So he was able to move into Kimmy's house and make Kimmy's son, Jalen, move out of the house so that he too could become the man of Kimmy's house. And he then wiggled his way onto Kimmy's deed of her house to become on her house. So everything is her we're hearing when it comes to their relationship. What he bring into the relationship besides his bag and his blanket from the couch that he slept on, it was a mess. Okay. The only thing you brought into that marriage was some DUIs. Okay, some children. You moved your child in there for Kimmy to take care of your child while you were able to rip and run the streets, Maurice, allegedly. Okay, that's how that situation went. So Kimmy, you do have a husband, but baby, you were trapped. Okay, you were trapped just like your sister-in-law, Tisha. Tisha was trapped by Marsau. He came into the situation with nothing. Kimmy, you latched on to Maurice because you were tired of being a single mom, a single woman, and you married someone and you are now trapped. Okay. Period. Let's move on. Mel and Tail, Melody and Martell. Let's get to them. Oh, I had more pictures of Kimmy. Let's show the pictures of Kimmy and Maurice. All right. So that's Kimmy at her wedding. That's Tisha's daughters. Okay. Because they were flower girls. Okay. That's Macy and Mildew, honey. Macy and Mildew. That's Kimmy and Maurice. All right. That's Kimmy and Maurice at their reception. All right. We didn't get to show their pictures. Let's show them, honey, before we move on to Mel and Martell. All right. That's them at their reception. Kimmy being Buck Wild Child because she is a freakazoid, honey. She is a freakazoid. Her eyebrows look good there. That's all I can say, though. Moving on, child. All right, so let's get to Mel and Tail. Let's get to Mel and Tail, honey. Let's get to Mel and Tail. As we know, this was a trapperization as well. Melody and Martell. Melody was the money maker. Even when she was in college with a whole future. And she also was a PK kid. Her mother was a first lady, so she grew up in the church. She wasn't a girl of the street. She wasn't a fast girl. She was a smart girl who had a level head, who was raised in a very prominent home by a mother who was a praying mother who was pushing her into success. So she had rules and boundaries, and she was a good kid. She was smart. She was in college. She had, her goals and ambitions that she was chasing. She happened to meet someone who love bombed her by the name of Martell Holt. And he saw something in her. He saw where she was going. He knew she had potential, and he latched on. as most people do who have nothing going on. Martell latched on to Melody, and as we all know, he proposed to her at her graduation, okay, in order to trap her, in order to love bomb her, because he didn't want her to get away, knowing that she was going to places and levels in life that he would never achieve on his own. So he attached himself to her in order to make sure he could go with her, because he could not go on his own. We see how he's maneuvering and moving now. He's not able to make anything stick. Every business that he's tried to initiate and or launch, it has failed. Melody Cherie has launched businesses after she's dissolved every business that she and Martell opened together, and the ones that she opened on her own, so that he could not further attach himself. And she's been able to rebuild herself, restart businesses, and they've all been successful since then. All right. So we all know who the boss was in that situation. Martell, it was not you. Now, Melody, of course, paid for Martell to get back into school after he dropped out, okay? So Melody was already taking care of him in the beginning. He saw she had money. She came from a family with money. She loaned him, I think she said, either from the range of $13 to $1,500 for him to go back to school. She paid for him to get his teeth fixed. She bought him a wardrobe so that he could look good standing beside her on her arm, only for him to cheat on her, to make an outside child, to harass her, to take her to court, to try to take her children away from her, all because she wouldn't keep allowing him to trap her financially, psychologically, emotionally, sexually, and physically, okay? So that was a trapperization. Let's look at some pictures. This is them in happier times. This is them when they were with the children in happier times. Look at the way Martell is smiling right here with Melody. This is a genuine smile where he is happy, he is content, even though during this time, within this picture, this is Sugar Mama as a baby, he was still seeing Ariane, he was still cheating, he was still stepping out. By this time, by the time we saw this picture, Ariane had already been pregnant, 3 times? So he had already been stepping out and doing wrong during this picture. Wow, they look like a beautiful, happy family. The children are happy. The children are elated. Sugar Mama was a cute little baby. Melody has this huge, big smile where she's standing there with her children and with her husband, who she thinks is not being facetious towards her, who is not cheating on her and lying to her. Meanwhile, he is happy to be here because he knows that without this woman standing beside him, he would be nothing. So instead of him leaving the situation because he's so unhappy, as he told her many times, he was not going to do that because he knew he could not make it without her. So instead, he stayed with her and took pictures just like this to smile and try to appease everyone around them, including her and his children. And then he broke up his marriage to where the two of them had to wind up divorcing, leaving Melody to raise 4 children, almost primarily on her own, because financially she does handle the majority of everything. So pay attention to this smile. Let's blow it up. Pay attention to this smile. Now, I did my due diligence to pull up. Okay. All right. So pay attention to how he's smiling here. Does that look like the same smile? This is I really don't want to be here smile, but I will smile. I'm really not happy here, but just for the sake of this picture, okay, because the PR person was taking it. This picture was taken in order to make Melody jealous. She doesn't care. But Martell, you don't have the same smile. You had a wider smile. You was smiling with your eyes. Your facial expression showed that you were happy. This picture just shows that you are just existing. Okay, you're just existing. Okay. That's what it gives, as well as this picture. Look how psychedelic he looks standing here beside her versus how he just looked in the picture with Melody, okay? Every picture that you saw with the two of them that they took together, they kind of bounced off each other. Their outfits complemented one another. Nothing about this picture complements the other. Martell, you look psychedelic. Ariane, you look thrifty. Okay, nothing about them. You will never ever be able to land the same type of aura that you had when you were with Melody Cherie. You won't ever be able to do it. Okay, you won't ever be able to do it. It's not the same. I'm sorry. It's not the same. It's given they not like us. That's what it's giving. Okay, let's go back to them. Mel and Martell. Okay, see this picture here? They were in happier times. See, look at their outfits and how they coordinated. You see what I mean by that? Melody made sure they were able to coordinate, and whenever he dressed, she made sure that he complimented her when they stepped out. Martell looks this way because of Melody. Martell looks this way because of Melody, okay? Yeah. He didn't look like this before. Martell looked a hot fucking mess when Melody met him. But she cleaned him up only for him to go out and cheat on her and lie to her. You see how they coordinate? See how they coordinate, how they bounce off of each other? Whatever she's wearing, he wears what he wears, and it complements them. Let's go back. You see that? Her outfit bounces off of him. The blue, he's got on blue. Her outfit coordinates. Nothing coordinated with what Ariana and Martell had on at that polo event. They look psychedelic as hell. Melody was behind that. You see how she cleaned up? Even back then, this is an old picture. You see how she still was able to clean up and look the part back then. Everything about this picture gave like they were in love. Like, this is my man, this is my husband. But then Martell, behind these lying eyes, was still out during this picture cheating on Melody. Okay, so he was love bombing, lying to her, and trapping her. Okay, this was a trap that Melody fell into. Thank God she was able to get out of that trap. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Ken and Trish. Okay, Ken and Trish. Let's get to Ken and Trish. Ken and Trish. They're not going to be too long. Ken and Trish. Ken and Trish. All right, Ken and Trish. Let's get into Ken and Trish. Ken was living with a woman prior to getting with Trish, okay? She had children. Now, Ken has a need to be with women who have children because he is unable to have children. I'm not sure what he's going through down there. The soldiers are not marching, but Ken has a need to be with women who have children. He already talked about his childhood was not a great childhood. His father was not there. He talked about he was touched as a child, which we all know that's something when it's different from a woman and a man when they go through being touched. It's still abuse on every level, don't get me wrong, but what I mean by this is with Ken not probably getting the necessary help and or counseling and therapy that he needed for what he went through his childhood. He is now living vicariously through others in order to be something that he never had, which was a father. He wants to be a father. He dreams of being a father, so he seeks out women who have children, and he steps up to the plate when no one is asking him to do that, and he is aggressive in nature when he does it. He, as we all know, Trish has 2 children with her. I'm going to say husband because their divorce is not finalized. And he has stepped into the picture to try to dilute the fact that their real father, who is a present father in their lives, he is currently trying to push him out of the picture so that he can take on that role, okay, as he did with the woman before Trish, who he was cheating on when he started seeing Trish, okay? Now, this woman the woman before Trish allowed Ken to move into her home, stay in her house, play father to her children, and eat up her food and sleep in her bed and stay under her roof, all while he entertained Trish in the DMs. All right. This same woman was also known to have gone to Trish's house to confront her about Ken, who was in the house during that time, at which Trish had to go get Ken from a back room because he was over there after they finished doing the nasty, allegedly. And he had to come to the door and he had to say something to this woman as to why he was at another woman's house when he was living with her, in a relationship with her, playing daddy to her kids. And now you're over there at another woman's house who has children, playing father to her children while you have not finished your relationship at the other house. Okay, so Ken, you are a love bomber as well. It gives you are aggressive in nature. It gives that you have some psychological control over Trish because her husband Marquez have already said that he is seeing traits and or signs in her that he's never seen before since she has been with you. She's never really worn these type of wigs, so it's given that you have a certain look that you want your woman to have. She's never worked out as much as she has. That was how you guys actually got together and came to know each other. You got in her DMs and encouraged her to come with you to the gym. That was your way of worming your way into her heart and into her life. And then the two of you guys became sexual. And how do we know that? Because she stopped sleeping with her husband, who was still in the same house with her. He had to move upstairs in another bedroom because the interaction between the two of them changed once Trish became intimate and became psychologically attached to Ken through the DMs, through the gym. Okay, that's what it was, and that's what it is. Ken, you are also an emotional attacher, and you are also a user. Okay, I don't care how much money you make, you're an emotional user. You jump from woman to woman to woman, and you have a type, and you only date women who have children because you cannot. So you are bombarding households and you are breaking up families so that you can have what you want and be selfish. It's selfish for you to continue to seek out women who have children where you think that their fathers are not present, where this father in Trisha's life, he is very much so present, and you, sir, are out of line. So you are definitely a trapper as well. Okay. You are a trapper who has also used this situation with Trisha's kids as your storyline to be famous, as we've also heard. And you also have crashed out over children that are not yours. So, sir, you are also a trapper and a user. Okay, let's move on to our next couple, Chris and Nell Fletcher. Okay, and y'all said that blonde is for the streets. It is definitely for them streets. Okay, that's them, honey. That's them. All right, let's move on to Chris and Nell Fletcher. Let me get to them. There's some trapperization there. Okay. Chris and Nell Fletcher, where are ya? All right, there they go. There he is in their nice little Easter suits over here, honey. All right. All right, Chris and Nell Fletcher, two successful business people, but are lacking marital respect for one another. Okay, there's been infidelities in this marriage. There's still some infidelities, and I'm going to drop a receipt here in a few minutes because Chris Fletcher is still hopping in DMs. I talked about last night where there was another situation where a woman came forward to say that she liked a picture on Chris Fletcher's page where he was dressed in a nice suit. He hopped in her DMs and proceeded to kind of like a little interview. And he's still doing that. I have one of my subscribers who Chris Fletcher has also tried, and I'm going to drop that tea here in a second, and we're going to put that on my screen just to show that we're not capping. And Nell, if you're upset about it, it is what it is. This is the year of exposure. Okay, while you are in videos yelling and screaming about a friendship with Melody Cherie, you need to be focused on the man that lays beside you every night, sis. Okay, while you're in lives fussing and screaming and hollering about you being in a picture scene with Ariane, that's the least of your worries, sweetheart. The picture you need to be focused on is the perfect picture of the person standing right here in this picture beside you, who you took vows to, who you also took from another woman, because he was indeed married when you met him, and he told you that, and you chose not to step back because you had ulterior motives as well. You talked junk about the wife. You came and you came at the wife. You tried to down her for saying that she was not the woman that Chris needed. But now that you have him, you cannot keep him as well because he's still searching for something because he don't see it in you. That sounds harsh. But why is he in DM still when he's married to you? 30 years he has strung you along. 30 years. He put a ring on your finger. You got the man, but you don't have his heart. You got the man, but you don't have his heart. Let's continue. Let's continue. And it goes to show you, women, you can do everything right with a man. You can be with a man for 30, 40 years, but if you don't have his heart, you don't have him. I don't care how many meals you cook. I don't care how many times you go on your knees to cook. I don't care. If you don't have his heart, okay, you don't have him. All right. So, of course, we know Chris cheated on Nell. stayed going for 18 months with his side chick while Nell, okay, waited 18 months suffering emotionally, psychologically. Then she turned around and took him back, okay, which lets him know that I can do whatever the fuck I want to do and still come back home and you'll take me. You still accept me for how I am, regardless to how much of a fuck nigga I am. You're still going to take me because you don't want to be seen without me. You don't want people saying I told you so. You don't want to lose me because you fought so hard to get me when you really didn't have me. You had some of me. You have access to me. You have access to what I own, but you don't fully have me. All right. So Chris Fletcher, like I said, is still entertaining women. And he's also in DMs looking for the next young girl to play with Nell on. All right. Let's look at some pictures. I'm going to play a video. Then I'm going to drop my receipt on Chris Fletcher still in DMs. All right. That's them. Y'all know they just did like a little renewal of their like wedding vows or something like that here most recently, okay? They just did a renewal of their wedding vows. Now, let me just drop this receipt of a subscriber who sent to me where she, and I don't think she has a reason to lie about that. Yeah, we got to talk about this shit. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up first. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think this person has a reason to lie about it, okay? This is a subscriber. I had to block her name out because I don't want her exposed. Okay, I don't want her exposed, but I am going to expose the message that she sent to me. Okay. This is just to show that Chris is still in them streets. And Nell, you need to check your man. You need to check your man, baby. You need to check your man. All right, let's blow it up. All right. So this, of course, the message before that, she was saying she likes my show. She loves to watch my show. She subscribed to me. All right. So she says to me, Caramel, she said, I like Chris Fletcher's picture on TikTok. And he was messaging me asking where I live. When I told him I was a fan of his wife's, he stopped texting me. Okay. She says, well, I used to be a fan of her. So she's, of course, saying she's not a fan of her anymore. Well, she was saying TikTok. He was messaging on TikTok. Okay, she corrected TikTok, but she misspelled TikTok, so she corrected it there. But she said that she liked the picture on TikTok. Okay, and he began messaging her asking where she lived, and then when she said to him that she was a fan of Nell, then he stopped texting. So he already saw that was a dead end, like abort mission there. Abort mission there. He knew that he could not go any further with this said individual, that she was not taking the bait. And that is what I said was going on with Marsau and the rest of them. Martell as well in the DMs with women. He was doing it while he was married to Melody. And now we see that Chris Fletcher is doing the same because one of my subscribers hit me up and sent me the message to let me know that he was trying to pursue her in the DMs. That's not a lie. Okay. That's not a lie. So while you worried about worried about a damn picture between Martell and Ariane, you need to be trying to get into some marital counseling and figure out why your husband of 30 years, okay, why your husband of 30 years is still pursuing women in the DMs trying to find his next attachment, okay? His next young girl to go out and play with so he could be potentially gone another 18 months. He was living his best life for 18 months because he was living with the girl when he stepped out on Nell. He was living with her while Nell was on the other side of town crying her eyes out, marking on her calendar every day that Chris Fletcher was gone. But then again, you lose them how you get them, sis. You lose them how you get them. So he is indeed still, and that's most recent that happened. He is still entertaining women in the DMs, all right? And that's not the only woman. That's not the only woman that he's done that with, okay? So Nell, like I said, you stop hopping on lives, baby. At least your word is Martell and Ariane in that picture that came out, because I felt like that was capped as well. I said it last night because you would have addressed that shit when it first came out. I don't believe that this is the first time you've seen that picture. I don't believe that that's the first that you've known that that picture was out there. I feel like you were trying to get your story together to make it make sense whenever you came on live so that the people would believe you and stop coming for you, because we all know that you are very sensitive behind that very hard exterior that you like to display when you go live or when you're on television. She has a very hard exterior, but she's very soft. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue. All right, let's get into Destiny and LB. Destiny and LB. Let's get into them. All right. Let's blow it up. This is them in happier times. They had a beautiful wedding. Okay. He loved her down. Okay. I feel like he loved her more than she loved him because she still had a situation that she had not let go of, which would be Moses. All right. They dated all of 5 years before they got married. All right. And they only barely stayed married for 2 years. She saw an opportunity in LeBerick because, of course, he is retired military. He works for Boeing, which is a Fortune 500 company, making very good money. And he's also a business owner where he owns Jell's Barbecue in Huntsville, Alabama, where they're saying it is one of the best barbecue businesses in Alabama. So he gets a lot of traffic. He gets a lot of customers that come through there. So he's making a nice bag. He's a man who makes a lot of money. Okay, he's a very nice looking man, very well-mannered man from what we know. But Destiny saw an opportunity, and while she fulfilled other desires with Moses while she was with LeBerick, it cost her marriage, to where he wound up filing for divorce 2 weeks after their first and only child was born. Now, they tried for a very long time to get pregnant. Destiny wound up getting pregnant on her own. They went through in vitro fertilization. That did not work. And then the times that it did work, she wound up losing the baby each time. So she wound up carrying to term. That last time when she got pregnant, she's saying on her own without in vitro, which made very big questions in that situation with LeBerick. He did not believe that the baby was his. Why do I say that? Because there were multiple paternity tests that were done on that child. That is why Destiny was very nervous when Sonny was coming for her and saying she was going to expose what was going on in her marriage. Destiny contacted the network allegedly to quiet Sonny down because she did not want that out, because she had just done a Mental Monday video saying that she was a doting wife who never stepped out on her husband. So she did not want her stories to conflict with what she had already put out to the public. But we know better, for those of us and content creators who do our homework and dig and get the stories, the real stories out to you. Okay. There's no reason for a husband to ask for a paternity test if he's sure that the paternity of a child is his, that is born within the marriage. Okay. So after multiple arrests with Destiny through LeBerick, and after multiple alleged DV situations in their marital home, the two of them are now currently divorced and are co-parenting at some point with their son Law, which should have been named, well, that was supposed to be named after her side dude Moses, who she was seeing for over 15 years, who never married her, who never gave her an engagement ring, who she never had a child with, whom she said she tried multiple times to get pregnant by him. Okay. So she put herself in this love triangle, at which Destiny has already admitted that 5 months she was not seeing Moses. So he moved on to be with Sonny, and she then reattached herself to be in a love triangle with Sonny and Moses when she had already openly admitted that 5 months she was not seeing him. She was done with him. She left him, according to her. He's saying that he cut her off and stopped messing with her because she was not being, I guess, attentive enough as a side chick. Okay. So again, she used that as her storyline. She talked more about Moses than she ever talked about LeBerick, and you were fully married to LeBerick. You had a child by LeBerick. But it's weird to me that you had so much to say about a man who strung you along for 15 years, but not the person who took care of you and put you in a Mercedes that you now have had to turn in because you fucked up your lifestyle, and now you're out here riding around in a Jetta. All right, so let's look at some pictures of them. That's LeBerick, nice looking guy. LeBerick cried like a baby at his wedding to Destiny because he was in love with her. He wanted to have a family with her, but she had other ulterior motives. She saw what he could do for her. He wanted a family. So when he saw that she was playing the fuck out of him, he filed for divorce and got the fuck away from her. And now, just like Martell is doing to Melody, she's mad because the attachment has been broken. The lifestyle has been changed. She's struggling, just like Martell is struggling. And every time we hear about it, they're in court, and Destiny is being as difficult as she can be with the co-parenting situation. She's not paying what she's supposed to pay to LeBarrett, which has caused him to have to go back and forth to court. And we all know every time you go to court, especially with an attorney, that costs money. So LB also went through some of the same things similar to what Melody Cherie went through. Okay. Did we get everybody? Let's make sure. What do you guys think about that? So definitely LB was trapped by Destiny in that situation. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? They said down south, there's more women than men. Yeah, there is. There is. All right, so let's get into this clip that I found with Carlos King when he interviewed Chris and Nell Fletcher, and what Nell Fletcher had to say, okay, about, can y'all see? Oh, let's stop sharing that so I can bring up the other screen. Hold on. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring up this interview where Carlos sat down with the Fletchers and Nell talked about her the infidelities in their marriage. Okay. And she talked about all the things that she's done. And she also mentions Mel in that situation. I don't know why Carlos thought this was so funny, because he is so fucking immature. But let's get into it. You can look at the expression on Chris Fletcher's face when Nell speaks of the infidelities. You can tell he's still embarrassed by it, but he's not going to stop doing it because he knows he can get away with it. Okay, let's continue.
Because you two have done a great job at your transparency. Now, Miss Nell, word on the street is you did You Ain't No Punk, and you definitely boo 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 boo. When Nell is pissed, Nell goes in.
Well, back to this infidelity real quick for me, because this is something I feel like I need to get off for a minute, because I kept thinking something was wrong with me. And I know Martell would like to say for Mel, she ain't sucking no dick, excuse my language, but and you come to find out, hell, Mel sucking dick, she's sucking his dick, I'm sucking Fletcher's dick. I mean, I just feel like, how much dick can you suck as a woman? I think they, at that time, they just get ignorant and stupid and just want to do shit and don't think about what they're doing and don't realize what they have to lose. Because this is what I told Martell, like, the next woman just want her spot. So, of course, ain't no telling what she doing. She's probably doing the damn handstand. She's doing more than sucking dick. She's probably blowing in your ass. And I told his ass the same damn thing too. It's like,
did she say that the young girl is probably blowing in his ass, y'all? Nell, girl, your mouth is so filthy over there.
Yeah, you do. They do all types of shit until they get your ass.
You two are a great addition because.
So let's hear it one more time. So Nell is saying with these younger girls, she really can't compete with them because they're able to do things that she can't do. And for a long time, she thought something was wrong with her. And that's how a lot of women feel when they men cheat on them continuously or cheat on them one time. They feel like, well, what is it about me that I'm not doing? What is it? You know, what am I not doing? And what is it about me? Am I gaining weight? Like, am I not good? Is he getting bored with me in the bedroom? A lot of times when women get cheated on, they start to blame themselves. When it's not you, it's them. Don't blame yourself for an infidelity that is brought into your space by another person. It's not her fault. Well, it kind of is your fault because of karma. But in terms of him stepping out and cheating, it's something within him that he is feeling that he's lacking, that maybe he feels that you don't fulfill. So he looks for it somewhere else instead of showing you how to fulfill that for him. And that's what Melody was trying to say. You know, she was saying, hey, I like for you to talk dirty to me, Martell. And he was saying, I don't do that. So now you're already coming off the back telling her what she's not doing to please you, but you're not willing to bend a little in order to do the things for her that she says is pleasing to her. She likes to be talked dirty to, then do that if that's what it takes for her to be able to get to that point. Because she was saying, Mel was saying that she wasn't, getting the old moments. She wasn't getting the O moments, and for Martell to talk dirty to her helped her get to those O moments. So for him to not want to do that, but then you go over to Ariane and do all the little nasty, egregious things over there that you would never dare ask Melody to do because you know she's not that type of woman, why couldn't you just talk dirty to her? Because you're doing it over there. So don't say you don't do it. You just don't want to do it there because you don't know how your woman who, you know, is at this status up here will look at you. But bottom line is if she's telling you that this is what she wants in order for her to be pleased as well, then do that shit. Let's get into this. I'm going to play it again so that you guys can hear what Nell had to say. And again, pay attention to Chris Fletcher's reaction when she's saying these things.
You two have done a great job at your transparency. Now, Miss Nell, word on the street is you did You Ain't No Punk, and you definitely boom, 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 boom. When Nell is pissed, Nell goes in.
Well, back to this infidelity real quick for me, because this is something I feel like I need to get off for a minute, because I kept thinking something was wrong with me. And I know Martell would like to say for Mel, she ain't sucking no dick, excuse my language, but and you come to find out, hell, Mel sucking dick, she's sucking his dick, I'm sucking Fletcher's dick. I mean, I just feel like
I don't even want to picture
how much dick can you suck as a woman? I think they at that time they just get ignorant and stupid and just want to do shit.
Now you were doing it, Nell. You might have been doing it, but you weren't doing it like that girl was when he was gone for 18 months. Obviously, if his ass stayed away that long, it was something that girl was doing over there that you were not able to do. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's just the fact that he likes younger women, one, because they have more stamina. Okay, Nell, you an older woman. You in your 50s, okay, baby? You in your 50s. You ain't got them Megan Thee Stallion knees like you used to have back then when you and him was messing around and doing the do. Chris liked them young women because obviously you could tell the way he be dancing around. He always dancing and pop locking and shit. He got a lot of energy. He's always bopping and beat bopping. And Chris has a lot of energy, you can tell. So I'm going to say his stamina might be a little up there. So he seek out women or girls, younger girls. Okay. One, where they got these certain type of bodies. He like women with a certain type of bodies. And he like women who have a certain type of stamina and a certain type of look. If you guys notice, Nell has started trying to look younger. She's starting to get things done with her body. She done went out and got a tummy tuck. She's got lipo. She's getting all these things because she see these women that her husband is attracted to. So she's like, I got to change some things over here to keep his eyes over here. I got to go get this surgery. I got to go get this tummy tuck. When really it's not that. Because you've gone and got all of these things and he's still in the DMs. So how do you fix this situation? Are you going to continue to keep putting your life in danger of getting on the operating table and getting things done when your husband is still not looking at you? I said the same thing about Tisha. You had 360 lipo. You had a BBL done. You had a breast lift done. You had several surgeries done in order to cater to and or get the attention of your man because you looked in a phone and saw that he liked women with big butts. So you ran out and got one, but he's still in DMs asking women for threesomes. So you're not fixing the problem, but what you're doing is putting yourself in life's danger, or in danger rather, trying to fulfill and or please a situation that ain't really got shit to do with you. His mind and his heart is somewhere else. So how do you fix that situation? Do you continue to stay in a situation where a person is not fully into you because because you got all this shit together, because you don't want to have a different lifestyle, because you don't want to not be with this person or live alone as a woman? Or do you want to continue to be disrespected, continue to get surgeries to please this person when they really ain't looking at you like that anyway? I feel like after a while, for 30 years, you guys have become accustomed to just being with each other. It's just a thing that you do now. Now, I'm not saying they don't love each other. I'm not saying that Chris don't love Nell. I'm pretty sure they have love for one another. But I feel like the respect that he should have for her after 30 years is not there. On the outside looking in, I don't feel like he respects her as a husband as he should. And I feel like he probably doesn't tell her enough that she's beautiful and that he loves her the way that she is, because why does she still continue to feel the need to go out and compete with what she sees outside versus loving herself for who she is? Why is that? And she gets very offended when you tell her that she's older. She's not a bad looking girl. Nell is not a bad looking woman, especially when she don't have that fucking makeup and them wigs on. When we just saw her the other night when she went live about that Ariana and Martell picture, Nell is not an ugly woman by any figment of the imagination. But I feel like her self-esteem got fucked up after Chris cheated on her and left for the time that he left for 18 months. Because she was saying within herself as a woman, and I'm just hypothetically speaking as a woman, had that shit happened to me, if my man was gone for 18 months, I would be thinking, shit, he happy over there. He happy over there. You steady calling him, and every time you talk to him, he not ready to come home. Whatever is going on over there in that house with that younger woman is fucking with your self-esteem every day that he's gone and that he's with that woman. Because in your mind, you're thinking, I don't measure up. I'm not able to give him what it is that he's looking for. So then it fucks with your self-esteem to where now you feel you got to go under the knife in order to get certain things tweaked here and there in order to get your man's eyes back on you, when that's just not what it is. You married a fuck nigga, ma'am. Melody, you married a fuck nigga. Trish, you got a fuck nigga in your house. Tisha, you married a controlling fuck nigga. But then when you stay in that situation for so long, you're not going to get out of that because you've accumulated things and you don't want your children to grow up without a father, especially when they're younger. And you don't want people telling you, I told you so. Y'all heard of the saying that it's cheaper to keep her. People will definitely stay in toxic situations where they're unhappy just for the sake of people not being able to say, I told you that nigga want nothing. But when you get to a point in your life to where you don't care anymore, like Melody did with Martell, look at everything she lost whenever she got divorced. All of her businesses, Holt & Holt was $1 million company. She was willing to walk away from $1 million company and walk away from a 12-year marriage, okay? And she too had just had a baby. Sugar Mama was a baby when she left her marriage. So you have to get to a point where you love yourself more than the person that you took vows to. Because you lose yourself in a relationship, especially when you've been in it that long. Nell has lost herself in her marriage to Chris. She's lost herself. You can lose yourself when you're with somebody for so long because you're so used to taking care of their needs, their wants, their desires. When they come and go, you're making sure they eat, you're making sure their clothes are done. And sometimes you neglect yourself in the process. And I feel like Melody was starting to do that with Martell. I feel like Nell is doing that with Chris Fletcher. I feel like Tisha has been doing that with Marsau. I feel like, and everybody else that we talked about in this situation. Kimmy's done the very same thing with Maurice, even so much so until he's asked her, stop being a nurse and come over here and let's work over here at my office. Do you know how long it takes you to go to school to be a nurse? Obviously, that's something she wanted to do. She put the time and effort in, and she got her certification to do so. So for you to try to snatch that from her and tell her not to do something that she loves shows that you don't respect what she likes and her desires and her ambitions. Because you want her ambitions to fall up under your ambitions, which makes you look controlling. Nell has lost herself in this marriage. You still raising grown children, and I think you're preoccupied with your grown adult children that your husband is slipping through the cracks. I don't think Chris is probably getting the enough attention that he's looking for because Nell is so emotionally attached to her grown children who she needs to let fly from the nest and focus on what you got in your household because your husband is looking for that emotional support elsewhere. You are screaming and hollering at your kids because they asking you for money, but you need to be chasing not chasing, but you need to check in on your honey because Chris is for them streets, baby. Your husband is for them streets. While you mentoring other women about their marriage, take that same mentorship and apply it to your own. Because you're going to look around and 30-something years you've invested in a man who you thought was in love with you that you took from another woman going to take yours. And that shit ain't going to feel good. It's going to be a 360 on your ass. And that shit ain't going to feel good. It ain't going to feel good. It don't feel good when a man who you've invested so much into, like Mel invested into Martell, he ain't have shit. He won't shit. Everything about him was because of her. She completely changed his life around when she got with him. She really did. He would not run in the same circles that he running right now if it wasn't for Melody. No one would be fucking with Martell like they do right now if it was not for Melody. He would not be at no polo events. He would not be on no Love and Marriage Huntsville. He would not run in the circles that he's running in right now and know the people that he know right now if it wasn't for Melody Cherie. And I'm saying it right here on my platform. And if we want to be transparent about it all, Melody has really, if it wasn't for Melody, half the cast on this damn show wouldn't nobody know who they were if it wasn't for her, because she pitched the show. She asked them to be on the show. So y'all would be nobodies riding around in Huntsville, renting cars, trying to look rich, had it not been for Melody stepping up and saying, hey, these are my friends. Let's have, let them be on the show. Let's give them some notoriety. Nobody knew who you were. Nobody cared who you were. Y'all were nobodies working at Target, working at the Nell, you was over there at the daycare, he and baby screaming all day, smelling shit and piss. And Chris, you were running around. All right. Tisha, you was working at a call center. Kimmy, you were doing nursing. Maurice, you had clients over there. You had clients, but you weren't doing shit with them according to the reviews. Okay. You're supposed to be fixing credit, but according to what they said over there on the reviews, you got all, like, most 1 stars, and people saying that the money was being deducted from their account and won't shit being done to their credit. Okay. So you guys were just regular schmegglers until Melody stepped up and asked y'all to be on her show. And I know Carlos like to say it was his show. You ain't thought nothing about no Love and no damn Marriage Huntsville until Melody came and brought the idea to you. So stop getting mad when people say it's Melody's show. It's her show. It's just under you were smart to put it under Kingdom Reigns up under OWN. You were smart to do that so that you could have ownership of her idea, as you've done for Messy Mondays, because that was someone else's idea as well. But back to Nell and Chris Fletcher, baby, you need to check in on your husband while you are so preoccupied about a fucking picture of somebody saying you ain't male friend. That's so high school, like you said in your live, baby. Your main focus needs to be on your husband. It really does. It needs to be on your husband. It needs to be on your husband, because he is still in these damn DMs. All right. That's going to be our show for today. They said, where's their scooter? Right. Okay. Yeah. Did I finish playing the clip? Let's see.
And don't think about what they're doing and don't realize what they have to lose. Because this is what I told Martell. Like, the next woman just want her spot. So, of course, ain't no telling what she doing. She's probably doing the damn handstand. She's doing more than something. She's probably blowing in your ass. And I told his ass the same damn thing, too. It's like, yeah, they do all types of shit until they get your ass.
You two are a great addition.
So now you see. And that's true. The next woman do want your spot. Ariane sat back and studied Melody for years. Studied her. Mel said the same thing in a live. That's why I'm repeating, because Melody said Ariane studied her and studied her family dynamic because she wanted that spot. She even told Ariane even went as far as telling Martell, Melody's driving a Range Rover. I want one. She got a BMW, but she told Martell, Melody's driving a Range Rover. I should have a Range Rover. That was just how entitled she felt in the relationship with Martell. And now you don't have shit. Melody started over and is way beyond where she was when she was with Martell. And that's what's bothering him, because he thought she was going to fail when she started over. But she started all the way over from scratch, from sleeping on blow-up mattresses to now sleeping in a California king bed in a house that's paid for with 2 vehicles, which both of them, I know that Range Rover is paid for. She superseded where she was because she got rid of his ass. And he can't take it because he's not able to reap the benefits of where she is. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's killing him inside. He will never get over that shit. I told y'all before, Martell said, me and Mel had it all planned out. So and you got to be careful when you tell all your plans to somebody else. Melody and Martell pillow talked and told each other the plans in terms of where they wanted to be in life and where they saw themselves being. So Martell knows Melody's plans and where she's going. Well, some of them, because of course her plans in the 5 years that she ain't been with him, some of her plans have changed. But he knows what she wants to do and where she wants to go in life. And the fact that he's not able to go with her because the agreement was they were going to go together. But Martell has to understand that the dynamic of that changed when you fucked it up. You added another passenger in the car, and it was only supposed to be you and Mel, right? Mel's supposed to be riding shotgun, you driving. So you had somebody in the back seat that wasn't supposed to even be going. So Melody decided to park that thing and go by herself. And I don't see anything wrong with that. And it takes a real woman to do that. And I applaud her for that. And I think that's why her fan base has grown to where it is, because she shows so much strength, even with having 4 children, one of which was a whole infant, when she decided to walk away with nothing. She was like, keep the clothes, keep this damn house. I don't give a fuck. I will rebuild. And that's how it has to be. So bravo to you, Mel. All right. But that's our show for today. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. I don't swallow that water. I appreciate you all coming over for our live today. Okay. Yes, it says Honey Mel is on. She is on a whole different level. Let's put that up there. Shout out to Chronicles of Kim K. She is a content creator. Says that Honey Mel is on a whole different level now. Says it, but she had to drop that baggage for God to bless her in full potential. Absolutely. Said that he was not deserving of her blessings. God already knew that. Exactly. Okay. I already told you everybody can't go. When God gives you, a certain a blessing and a certain direction that he wants you to go in life, everybody is not meant to go in that direction with you because they'll hold you back. I feel like at the place that Melody is at right now, Martell would be too jealous and would hold her back. I mean, hell, he didn't want her to do a whole play. He was jealous when she was doing plays, remember? So he would not like the fact that she is on TikTok selling out. He'll be trying to take all her money. He'll be trying to, stop her because he's not, he'll be standing all up there in her lives and in her TikToks trying to take all the clout because that's what he used to do. That's what he used to do. He's mad because he can't do that now. I mean, I don't see him in no TikToks with Ariana. I mean, what you going over there for? Ain't 5 people. But anyway, so let's get out of here, guys. Okay. It says that Marsau forgot to mention that Tisha was several months pregnant when they got married. Yeah, he did forget to mention that. Tisha was almost 5 months pregnant. Okay. According to the photo that was on their site. Yep. Absolutely. I have that picture. I'm gonna have to dig it up. If I go live later, I have to show it. Okay. Because I still have it. I was trying to hurry up and get my show together today. So I did not get to pull it, but I do still have that picture. Okay. They said that he could have had 15%, but was so dumb. Right. Okay. It says, imagine pillow talking to a snake and him stealing your money. Right, for the low life. That's exactly what he was doing. Stealing money for Ariana, buying her cars and all that. Do you know the amount of money that he could have saved? The amount of money that he gave to Ariana, and they blew that money because she don't have any of the stuff that Martell spent money on her for. Like that car, she ain't got that car no more. The place that she was staying, that he was helping pay her rent, she don't stay there no more. This girl is staying in a low budget, small little apartment. And every time she go live, it's in a different apartment. Every time Ariana goes live, it's in a different back setting. It's in a different setting, which means you moved again. So you don't stay nowhere, which is so crazy. You don't stay nowhere. Every time you go live, it's in a different apartment. Okay. It says that Ariana studied and still didn't get the shit right. Absolutely, child. Says she failed the open book test just like Martell and did. All right. Says that thank you. Caramel says, girl, you did it. Says Coleslaw studied her for years. Coleslaw said that she wanted a car like Melody, but she was the bold side chick. Okay. She really thought that she was Melody. It was single black female vibes. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button. All right. I'll probably be going back live again if something else crazy happens, which I know it will. Okay. But you guys enjoy your Sunday. And please go ahead and drop in the chat what y'all cooked today. Y'all know this our Sunday ritual. Okay. We always talk about what we cooked. Okay. I made some barbecue chicken. I made some green beans. I made some macaroni and cheese today. Just something quick. All right. Because I didn't want to be in the kitchen long. I didn't really feel like cooking the damn day. But I made some barbecue chicken, some macaroni and homemade macaroni and cheese, and I made some green beans. That's all I made today. I ain't do no bread because I don't do bread. But so y'all can put in the chat what y'all cooked, what y'all had cooked right quick. Okay. What y'all cooked or whatever. And I'm going to go ahead and do my thank yous right quick. Belle Wilson, KBR, Tyra, Linda Gamble, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you to my mods, okay? And thank you to my content creators that are in the chat. Oh, I see some Rasta Pasta. Yes, ma'am. Truth TV Podcast, thank you for being here, girlfriend. Chronicles, Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, D Retalk Show, Messy Old ATL, Boss Lady Brand, Chronicles of Kim K. I see you in here. Love seeing her. If there's any other content creators that are here, thank you guys so much for being here. Okay. I see that Rasta Pasta. I see that cabbage and cornbread. Yes. Okay. Come on in here. Y'all can put it in the chat. I'm definitely going to go back and respond, okay? See, I know I do be in the chat, child. I be in the comments, and I do respond to you guys. But have a great Sunday. I will see you guys later. Be blessed. Ooh, smothered pork chops, Lord. Ooh, my waistline, Jesus. Okay, I ain't had smothered pork chops in a long time, but that sounds good, okay? Yes, ma'am, it does. All right, let's get on out of here, you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you guys later. Bye.